Hi, everybody. It's Coach Geordie here from TriathlonCoach.ca, and we're going to be looking at a foam rolling routine that will help to mobilize you to aid recovery, but also to aid in preparation for exercise as well. Before you foam roll, because there are some postures that do require some core activation, we are going to loosen up the back a little bit. So we're going to get down on the mat to start. I'm going to try not to fall in over behind. So just some fundamental movements here, starting with cobra. So we're going to lie on our stomach and leave the hips down. Bring the shoulders up. Only as far as you can, comfortably. Take some deep breaths. You can rock hip to hip a little bit to stretch the core across the hip. And then we'll take it back to child's pose. So knees nice and wide. And then we're going to reach forward. And if you put your palms up, you'll feel a stretch in your lats. And then just allow your torso to come forward with your stomach tight, your transverse abdominis pulled in, your belly pulled in. And only go as far as you can comfortably for your knees. Just a couple deep breaths in and out for each of those. And then we'll do some cat bends, arching up, arching down. And then a small twist. So place your fingertips at your temple and then point your elbow towards the ceiling. Come down with your palm up and reach under your arm. And then back, do that twice on each side. Good. So now we'll move the mat to the side. And we'll move on to the roller. The foam rolling is a fantastic assessment of your body. So if you feel any areas that are especially tender, then go really slow on those. Maybe even pause and see if you can get a little bit of blood, a little bit of action there. But it also tells you and warns you that there's something going on with your body, a little bit of dysfunction. So it needs to be addressed, either foam rolling, mobility, or rest. So we're going to start with the roller in the middle of the back. Then we're going to lift the hips and send it up the shoulders, reaching our arms above our head. Slowly. This is probably the single most important one we do. We'll go back down, just the middle of the back, off the scapula and back. I like to do this multiple times in a day. Keep those shoulders loose. We'll go over onto the side now and do the lat, the muscle on your side. So we're going to brace with the top leg. And we're going to lift, just unweight our hips and move the roller halfway down our side. And then we can move the shoulder back a little bit to get the posterior aspect of the muscle. And then bring the shoulder forward a little bit to get the anterior aspect. In this position as well, we have the opportunity to roll the top of the tricep. So we can just come back a little more and moving our palm, rotating our palm around and taking it right into where that tricep inserts. So going all the way to the armpit and rotating our arm around. Another really important swimming muscle. Stay in this position roughly. We're going to do the pec now, the pectoral muscle. So We're going to place the big key area here is right in the front of the shoulder where the pectoral inserts into the shoulder. So just investigate a little bit there. Again, fool around with your wrist angle, rotating it, your palm back, palm down, palm forward. And then we'll go over to the other side. So starting with the lat. Nice and slow. Allow that compression to take place. And remember now you can go top shoulder back a little bit, or neutral, or forward a little bit. Good. Tricep now. You can also put your hand on the roller and assist it rolling by moving your hand, manipulating the roller. And now the pectoral muscle. As before, remember about the wrist. Go slow. You can already see how much the core works when we're doing the full roll. Okay, now we'll come back up. Start with the glutes. I typically would use a lacrosse ball for my glutes, but since we're doing a video today, I'm going to do it all on the foam roller. The advantage of lacrosse balls, it gets deeper in there. So you're going to sit on the roller, lean over to one hip, cross leg, and again, just explore in there. Explore with the angle, get the outside of the hip. We're talking about the gluteus medius here. A major stabilizer, especially if you're running. Go to the other side. So as an example, as to when to roll, I roll before every bike or run I do, especially running. I'll do a roll and then an activation set. You'll find the activation set on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, from the glutes, I'll go down to the hamstrings. Now the hamstrings are a little tricky because we don't have a lot of downward weight. So we have to go really slow here. What you can do is cross one leg over the other and then go really slow, pushing with the hands. If you're uncomfortable with that, then put the foot down and you can propel yourself with this leg as well. Three aspects we're doing here. Okay, we're going to do toe out. So we're doing the side of the posterior of the leg, but go slowly. And then we'll go toe up. So straight up, seeing my dirty socks there. And then toe in. So toe in, getting the medial aspect. Two or three nice slow rolls typically is a good way to approach it. Other leg, hamstring, doing the outside, back, and then inside. Or toe out, toe up, toe in. If you have a dog or a cat that will sit on your thigh while you do this to give you more downward compression, that would be a bonus. So, and if you do, please share a video as it may go viral. Okay, down to the lower legs. So we're talking about the soleus and gastrocs. Here, it is very good to cross the legs. So, and we're doing the same thing. We're going toe out, toe up, toe in to get the three aspects of the lower leg. So you can just slide your bum, propelling yourself with a little bit of push from your hands, just to 2 or 3 inches below the knee. Again, go slow. This is another area, along with the glutes, that I will often use a lacrosse ball for. Working our way across the 3 angles. And onto the other leg. You feel just a little bit of tenderness in my right soleus. So there's a little red flag for me, and a little attention there. Okay, next, the inside and front of the thigh. So the adductors, we're going to place the roller on the inside of the thigh. And then I like to do short little rolls back and forth in this case, in this position. So little rolls in the groin or adductor group. And then you can bring your torso across the roller a little bit to get right in there, right up to the hip bone. And from here we do quarter turns. So we're going to go from the inside to the inside front. That's the VMO muscle. Slowly back and forth, or couple long, slow rolls. And now right on top. And then we go to the outside front. This is a major mover of the lateralis, one of the quadriceps. So the outside front, nice and slow. This is an area that I need to give a lot of attention at all times. And then we'll do one roll on the iliotibial band, so the outside of the thigh. Slowly. And over to the other leg. Starting with the inside of the thigh. Again, bring the torso across if you want to get higher. And then inside front, the VMO. Right on top, the front. Outside front, the lateralis. And finally, a roll on the iliotibial band right on the outside. There we go. So that completes a full body roll that can be used before you exercise, even sometimes after you exercise, or just on its own to help mobilize you, loosen you up, and aid in your recovery.